Now students, let's revise the second part of the second chapter, and the title of the chapter is The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Now we are going to know about this great personality, the great musician. He was not only a great musician but a true patriot also. So we are going to know about him through this chapter. First of all, he was born in Bihar in 1916. And he belonged to well-known family of musicians, right? He was a true musician and a true patriot, and he got the Indian highest civilian award, that is Bharat Ratna. He got that in 2001. About his childhood, that his father was Pagambar Bugs, and when he was 3 years old, his mother took him to his maternal uncle, and he used to see Ali Bugs there. He was his maternal uncle. He used to see him playing Shehnai. Now students, we come to know that how Shehnai was made by Pungi, and after that in the chapter, in next page, the childhood of Bismillah Khan is given, that how he was born in Bihar in a village Dumrao, and how he used to play guli danda, and there was a temple of Bihariji, and he used to play a chat song, and as a reward or gift he used to get a large size of laddu also from Maharaja there. After that, it is mentioned that when he was 3 years old, his mother took him to his maternal uncle, and his uncle used to play Shehnai, and Bismillah Khan was fascinated watching his uncle practice Shehnai. So from there, Ali Bugs, he would play Shehnai, and Bismillah would see captivated. Captivated means in a very attracted way. He was very fascinated. And gradually, in the coming years, he also used to practice near the bank of river Ganga, in solitude, in silence of that river. So it was of Bismillah Khan to practice for long hours, right? And the flowing waters of Ganga inspired him to invent ragas. Even he invent the new ragas. Rags are in the field of music. Like you must have heard the Deepak Rag, Rag Malhar, like in ancient time in Akbar's court, Tansen used to sing different rags. So in this way, Bismillah Khan also used to invent new rags. So next paragraph, it is mentioned that at the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to Allahabad Music Conference. There was Ustad Fayaz Khan, and he motivated him and said that if you work hard, you will make it. Means you will progress in your field. And from there, through the practice, hard work of Bismillah Khan, because he was very dedicated towards his music, so he continues his journey, and in this way he got a chance also. When there was an opening of the All India Radio in 1938, he got a big break. He got chance, and he became an often heard Shehnai player in radio. Then when our country got independence, so he was very fortunate to address the audience or address the people of India, to greet them, to greet the nation with his Shehnai. And there he read Rag Kafi. Okay. So Bismillah Khan was such a great musician that he gave very nice performances, very memorable performances, not only in India but in foreign countries also. Okay. And the king of Afghanistan was so much impressed by the music of Shehnai, which was played by Bismillah Khan that he gave him priceless gifts. Then at that time there was a famous director in world of films. He was Vijay Bhatt, and he was so impressed after hearing Bismillah Khan playing Shehnai that he named one of his film Goonj Uthi Shehnai. So in this way Bismillah Khan got offer in films also, but he says that I could not come with the terms of artificiality. It means he was a man of simple personality. He did not believe or he did not like pomp and show. So in this way he left the glamour of film industry. He got many national awards like Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan, and finally in 2001 he got the highest civilian award, that is Bharat Ratna. Ustad Bismillah Khan was very much fascinated by the music, and he used to say that we should learn or we should teach also this music to our children. And this is our country's richest tradition, so we should preserve it. And in spite of traveling all over the world, he was always attached with his country, the place. And in one of the interview he said that whenever I used to be in a foreign country, I always miss my country, that is Hindustan. That time India used to be called Hindustan, and whenever I am in a city like in Bombay, I miss my Banaras. Second thing, then whenever I am in Banaras, then I miss the place, my village Dumrao, because he used to get the matha over there. So he says in Varanasi he was very much attached with the place Dumrao and the river Ganga. He could spend long hours simply in the atmosphere of that place. In one of the interview, when he was asked that when partition happened, didn't you and your family think of moving to Pakistan? So he said that when I crossed the border, just to say I've been to Pakistan, there I was about 1.5 hours or 1 hour, and I said namaskar to Pakistanis and salam alaikum to Hindustanis, means Indians, and then he had a good laugh. So it is given in the chapter. So in the end we can say that Ustad Bismillah Khan, he was really a great example, a perfect example of rich cultural heritage of India, and he is one of the person who effortlessly accepts that he is a devout Muslim, and he can naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Means there is no casteism or the question of religion when it comes in terms of music. Okay. In the end, we come to know that Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. But he will be always remembered as a great musician and as a great patriot. So that is all about the chapter. So students, after this we will discuss textual questions and read and revise the chapter once again. Now students, let's come to the textual question of second part of the chapter, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. First question is, why did Aurangzeb ban the playing of pungi? The answer is, Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi because of its shrill or unpleasant sound. He did not like the sound, that's why he banned it. Second question is, how is a Shehnai different from a pungi? So Shehnai, unlike a pungi, is a hollow stem that is longer and broader. It has 7 holes in its body, and when it is played by placing the fingers and closing and opening the holes on its surface, soft and melodious sounds flow out. Third question is, where was the Shehnai played traditionally? And second part of this question is, how did Bismillah Khan change this? So the answer is, the Shehnai was traditionally played in royal courts, temples and weddings. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired Bismillah Khan to improvise and invent new ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shehnai. Right? Now, fourth question is, when and how did Bismillah Khan get his big break? Bismillah Khan got his big break with the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938. He soon became regular Shehnai player on radio. Fifth question is, where did Bismillah Khan play the Shehnai on 15th August 1947? And second part of this question is, why was the event historic? So answer of first part is, where did he play? He played the Shehnai from the Red Fort. And why that event historic? It was historic because he became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai and poured his heart out into Rag Kafi by cherishing the freedom of the country. That's why this event was historic. Refused to start a Shehnai school in the USA. Students, one of the student had asked Bismillah Khan to come to USA and he promised to give the same atmosphere there and requested Bismillah Khan to open institute of Shehnai there. But Bismillah Khan politely refused his offer. So the answer is, Bismillah Khan's student had asked him to head a Shehnai school in the USA and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras by replicating the temples in the city. So to this, Bismillah Khan asked him if he could also transfer the river Ganga to the USA. Because Khan Sahab, as he is fondly called, is remembered to have said that while he was in a foreign land, he kept yearning to see Hindustan because he was very attached to Hindustan, to the place where he was born, to Banaras, to Dumrao and river Ganga. So he refused the offer. Now, seventh question is, find at least 2 instances in the text which tell you that Bismillah Khan loves India and Banaras. Bismillah Khan loves India and Banaras from the bottom of his heart. He says that he misses the holy Ganga and India when he goes abroad. And when he is in Mumbai, he thinks only of the holy river and the holy city. He was not ready to leave his country on the request of his student and head the Shehnai school in the US. So these are the short type questions. And now students, once again go through these questions and write in your notebook, right?